Hi, dears. How are you? Today we are going to learn something about nuclear magnetic dipole moment. Before that, I welcome you to watch some external videos. Please watch these videos. Some basics of magnetic moment. You see this video also. Then learn how do we get the equation.
If an electron of mass m, charge e, and linear velocity v revolves around a circle of radius r, then time it takes for a complete revolution around the circle is the total distance divided by its velocity. Total distance is the circumference of the circle, that is 2 pi r divided by the velocity v. Now if we imagine an area here and the electron goes through this area once in time 2 pi r by v, so the current is same as q by t, that is the charge of the electron divided by time it takes to revolve around once. So E divided by 2 pi r times v, that the current turns out to be EV by 2 pi r. When this electron is revolving around in this circle, then it is creating a current of magnitude EV by 2 pi r. And we know when there is a current in a loop, then it behaves as a magnetic dipole, and by definition magnetic moment of that dipole is given by mu equals to I times the area vector. So the magnitude of the dipole moment equals to I, that is the current times the area. Here area is pi r square, the area of the circle, and the current is EV by 2 pi r. So it turns out that the magnitude of the dipole moment equals to EVR by 2, and we can multiply and divide by m. So it turns out that magnitude of the magnetic moment equals to E by twice m times mvr. So we can write as mvr is the angular momentum, so magnetic moment equals to E by twice m times the angular momentum. So the vector relation between the magnetic moment and the angular momentum is mu equals to E by twice m times the angular momentum vector. So if we look closely, the equation do not contain the velocity or radius anymore. So this equation will give the magnetic moment of a charged particle of charge E, mass m, having the angular momentum L, irrespective of its velocity and radius, as long as the angular momentum is same. Now, if we think electron is a spinning sphere of charge, and it is spinning about its own axis, and also the charge, that is moving charge, will constitute a current, and it will produce a magnetic moment, and the relation can simply extrapolated from this expression, and we can write magnetic moment due to spin equals to E by twice m times the spin angular momentum, as spin is just another kind of angular momentum around the axis. But this is not quite the picture. The classical picture of a spinning electron is wrong. If we measure this magnetic moment through experiment, it comes out that this expression is off by a factor of 2. So to fit the experimental result, we have to incorporate a factor called Landé G factor, and we are putting the G factor forcefully to match the value of the magnetic dipole moment of spin to the experimentally measured value. But this Landé G factor comes naturally in the Dirac's equation. So the magnetic moment due to spin is equals to E by twice m times Landé G factor, that is just a number, times the spin angular momentum. In case of electron, this G has a value of 2. So magnetic moment generated due to the spin of an electron equals to E by twice m times 2 times E by m times the spin angular momentum, where E is equals to the electronic charge, that is equals to minus 1.602 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. And this is the relationship between the magnetic moment and the spin angular moment of an electron. Thank you.
Okay, the magnetic moment depends on the charge. You have seen that. Now, how does the magnetic moment occur in the case of neutron? Okay, let us see neutron magnetic moment. How does it occur?
The neutron magnetic moment is the intrinsic magnetic dipole moment of the neutron, symbol μn. Protons and neutrons, both nucleons, comprise the nucleus of atoms, and both nucleons behave as small magnets whose strengths are measured by their magnetic moments. The neutron interacts with normal matter through either the nuclear force or its magnetic moment. The neutron's magnetic moment is exploited to probe the atomic structure of materials using scattering methods and to manipulate the properties of neutron beams in particle accelerators. The neutron was determined to have a magnetic moment by indirect methods in the mid-1930s. Luis Alvarez and Felix Bloch made the first accurate direct measurement of the neutron's magnetic moment in 1940. The existence of the neutron's magnetic moment indicates the neutron is not an elementary particle. For an elementary particle to have an intrinsic magnetic moment, it must have both spin and electric charge. The neutron has spin 1/2 h, but it has no net charge. The existence of the neutron's magnetic moment was puzzling and defied a correct explanation until the quark model for particles was developed in the 1960s. The neutron is composed of 3 quarks, and the magnetic moments of these elementary particles combine to give the neutron its magnetic moment.
Okay, now we will go to our topic. You have seen that for L equal to 0, magnetic moment mu equal to mu n plus mu p. This is equal to mu n is nuclear neutron magnetic moment, mu p is proton magnetic moment. You have seen GSN for neutron, G factor, GSP is the proton GS factor. Then substituting these mu n values and mu p values, we will get an equation like this, where GSN, the values calculated for GSN is minus 3.826084 and GSP is positive 5.585691. We take the observed magnetic moment to be the Z component of mu when the spins have their maximum value plus half h. Therefore, substituting SN and SP as plus half h, then we can write and 1/2 mu n GSN plus GSP, and it gives a value of 0.879804 mu n. The observed value is 0.8574376 with precision plus or minus 0.0000004 mu n. The small discrepancy between the observed value and the calculated value can be ascribed to any of a number of factors, such as contributions from the mesons exchanged between the neutron and protons. In the context of the present discussion, we can assume the discrepancy to arise from small mixture of these states. L equal to 2 in the neutron wave function. Psi equal to AS psi L equal to 0 plus AD psi for L equal to 2. So we are assuming that there is a mixture of these states in the neutron wave function. Calculating the magnetic moment from this wave function gives mu equal to a square mu plus ad square mu. Mu of L equal to 2, which is equal to 1 by 4 3 minus gsp minus gsn into mu n, is the value calculated for a d state. The observed value is consistent with a square equal to 0.96, ad square equal to 0.04. That is, the neutron is 96%, L is equal to 0, and only 4% is L equal to 2. Then electric quadrupole moment, thus the pure L equal to 0, the wave function would have a vanishing quadrupole moment. The observed quadrupole moment is Q equal to 0.00288 plus or minus 0.00021, which, while small by comparison with many other nuclei, is certainly not 0. Okay, thank you.